Let's go down to Jerome's Raw Real Audio Rant. Again, if only there was some sort of name for a podcast that's only audio. Talk about sports. Maybe it's on FM radio. Don't know. But I understand. I empathize and I commiserate with Vikings fans who are ready to jump off the bandwagon, right? Jump off the ship. I get it. I get it. And I've said this before, like, it would almost be better just to be like a Browns fan, a Jets fan, a Lions fan until recently, but now they're back to being the Lions. A Packers fan in the 70s and 80s where they had to play half their games in Milwaukee because they couldn't sell at Lambeau Field. Or even a Bears fan, you know? Because the Vikings are the team that gets your hopes up just to kick you in the balls. All right? It'd be one thing if you're just bad. You know, like, since the Giants sold their souls to beat Tom Brady twice, they've been the worst team in the National Football League. I feel like there's something so freeing where you're basically done with football by October, and you have a lot of free time to look and watch college football, look forward to the draft. But it's this Vikings curse. I mean, there's no other way to spin it. The Vikings have this unique curse of being good, sometimes really good, sometimes really, really good, but not good enough at the end of the day. Was it the highest winning percentage? Like, the Vikings have a top 5 winning percentage, and they're the only team in the top 10 in terms of all-time NFL team winning percentage that doesn't have a Super Bowl win. I actually wonder how much my life would change if, like, Bud Grant and company would just rip one off. Like, 1 out of 4, not so bad. Because you forget, like, the Jets won a Super Bowl way back in the day, right before the Vikings lost to the Chiefs. Yeah. But I will say this, right? So it's easy to be negative and snarky because the Vikings and Minnesota sports writ large have beat it into our heads that whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Full on negativity, and it is what it is, right? But all is not lost. And this may sound like a J.J. McCarthy cliche, but adversity is an opportunity, right? Because obviously it would be a lot more fun if this is like 1998, which, by the way, you forget 1998 started with a quarterback injury and a backup starting. Brad Johnson, ankle. Randall Cunningham, preacher, granite countertops, taking over. And it's very early. I mean, there's a lot of football left, right? It's week 3. The Vikings are 1-1. Oh, but they should have been 0-2. Yeah, but they're not. And McCarthy, I don't know. On one hand, it's hard to really judge his first 2 games because he had zero protection. And all this money going to this offensive line. I know no Darisaw, but Ryan Kelly literally was injured each of the first 2 games. Will Fry's $88 million. That's looking good. Donovan Jackson, first-round pick. Brian O'Neill. I get it. It takes some time to gel and get their ish together, and I think Darisaw coming back will be a massive cure-all for the offensive line. But it's really hard to judge J.J. McCarthy and deem him a bust when he got sacked 9 times, second most in the league, 40% pressure rate, Justin School, basically just out there going, ole, to the pass rushers. But all's not lost. And I understand all of the freaking injuries. Like C.J. Ham, injured reserve, undisclosed. Harrison Smith hasn't played yet, undisclosed. AVG, concussion. Aaron Jones, hamstring. Okudah, concussion. Ryan Kelly, concussion. Justin School, concussion. Darisaw hasn't returned yet. And honestly, I'm not going to lie. When Grenard looked like he went down with that oblique issue, I was ready to be like, F it. F it. Timberwolves coming on up. Let's go. But we're back. And we said that this week is that the silver lining is that most of these injuries are not long-term. They're not season-ending, right? And yeah, Cashman with the hamstring, Aaron Jones with the hamstring, maybe mid-season before they're back. That's fine. That's fine. Like I said, it's a long-ass season. And I feel like you don't have the emotional bandwidth to just be on every single week for the football season. Because Packer fans right now are just burning out their adrenals. Like, oh, who demand? We demand. I cannot wait until they are one and done in the playoffs or won't even make the playoffs. Same thing with Lions fans. Congratulations on beating down the Bears at home when you had a vendetta against Ben Johnson after the Vikings broke the Bears. Fantastic job, right? And there's still room for positivity as a Vikings fan. I understand it sounds like a Rubish, Homerish take, sure, but think about it. Just remember to a few short weeks ago when times were good. All the talk was J.J. McCarthy has a Super Bowl caliber team around him. What has changed? Except a few injuries that will not be long-term. What has changed? The pass rush is still legit. The run defense hopefully will get better. The offensive line on paper with Darisaw looks like a elite unit, and hopefully they'll gel. Jordan Mason is now running back 1 with Aaron Jones on injured reserve. He can be a hammer. And oh yeah, Justin friggin' Jefferson, wide receiver 1, who's pissed off for greatness now. As well as hopefully Hawkinson will actually show up. Be kind of nice. Addison gets back off suspension in a week. So, I mean, it's a circuitous? It's a long route. But we're here. And nothing much has changed from these offseason talkers of J.J. McCarthy driving a Super Bowl caliber team. The only thing that's changed short term is the driver. So Carson Wentz driving the old beat up F-150, from small town, North Dakota. I was born in a small town. But he's in a unique spot because veteran, been there, done that, done everything. And he's been in the exact same spot as J.J. McCarthy has, except flip the roles. When he was a young quarterback, 2017, second team All-Pro, looking really damn good. MVP conversation. He tears his ACL. Nick Foles comes in and allegedly does something, right? And I'm sure he has empathy for J.J., but also you have to understand, Carson Wentz is 33. This is probably going to be his last best chance to do something with his career. Like he can float around and be a serviceable backup. Next year he could be on his 7th team in 7 seasons, sure. But this time around, yeah, he's going to try and be careful with the football. But also, I think that he's just going to effing sling it. Because what does he have to lose? What's going to happen? Oh, you're a backup again. Who cares? And we talked a lot about, hey, if Wentz is good, that's great. Honestly, the best possible thing for the Vikings is after the bye week. So you got the Browns, you got the Steelers. Excuse me. You have Bengals, Steelers, Browns in that order. Bye week, and then Philly at home. The best possible thing for the Vikings if it's a tough decision to go with J.J. McCarthy coming off that ankle or Carson Wentz who's been lighting it up. Honestly, it'd be a tough decision, sure, but I want to see it. And I actually do think that Carson Wentz, with or without Darisaw, is better equipped for the pressure because he just has more experience. That's what happens. Right? Sometimes it takes getting the living bejesus beat out of you to learn how to play NFL quarterback. And that's the growing pains and learning curve that we're talking about with J.J. McCarthy. And even some really good young quarterbacks, you look at C.J. Stroud, you look at Jaden Daniels, you look at Bo Nix. Sometimes they still struggle with it. Sophomore slump is legit. All right, but I don't know. Even if Carson Wentz is booted, we see the bro show, right? But I for a while, for like a day, Monday, I kind of took a day feeling sorry for myself, feeling sorry for my team. I feel like everyone did too, because not only are you bummed about all the injuries, but the McCarthy injury after only 2 games, after we saw some magic in Chicago. And yeah, it was up and down and uneven, but also if you're expecting a quarterback in his second start to look like a first-team All-Pro, you're going to be seriously disappointed. Because, go back and look at Josh Allen's first couple of starts, Lamar's, Peyton Man things, Tom Brady. I mean, there was a game where Tom Brady threw 4 picks his rookie season. And just getting up off the mat and rising again, that's what you want to see. But also, I feel like Carson Wentz could actually do something. And I said this before. I feel like there was a little, don't want to say collusion, but I feel like there was an understanding because Carson Wentz didn't sign anywhere else despite interest, and the Vikings didn't try to sign anyone even when Sam Howell and Brett Rippon-Ass were looking like ass. And also, I didn't even think about this, but when McCarthy missed last Thursday, it's usually a third down install day. Carson Wentz got all the first team reps because McCarthy was out on paternity leave, rightfully so, by the way. So now Wentz has a full week of practice with the first team, and he's a veteran who's done everything. And the Bengals coming into the house of pain. We're in this house of pain. Maybe without Shamar Stewart, sort of banged up in the secondary as well. I kind of feel good about our chances. Like, what happens if and when the Vikings just lay a shellacking revenge on revenge game for Jake Browning? Like, the pass rush gets after things that shut down Higgins and Chase, and also Brown. And also, Carson Wentz just lights it up. Like, what happens when the Vikings win 44-9? Just the discourse and conversation, especially if Darrisaw is back, then all of a sudden Carson Wentz has all day to throw. The running game is great. Carson Wentz just dropping dimes, like 3 touchdowns all over the place. Like, what happens then? Just wild, wild stuff, man. Anyways, Vikings fans, don't give up hope. The cavalry is on the way. And I have this weird, sneaky feeling that by midseason, and especially end of the season into the playoffs, this Vikings team is going to be red hot. This team is going to be on the don't F with list. The only issue is getting through these first couple of weeks, find out who's going to be a quarterback, get Darrisaw back, get Cashman, Aaron Jones healed up, get Harrison Smith actually on the field. And when all that happens, I think we're going to be good to go. Just watch this team be healthy as a horse the rest of the way. Just had all of our, we had 5 seasons worth of problems in like 3 weeks. That's what we do. Anyways, don't give up hope. Don't give up the ship. And keep Skol alive. That's all. Anyways, you guys know what to do. Skol, production value.